folks, it's Legendary Sparrow in with another gaming video. This is going to be Five Nights at Freddy's Night 1. I've already played this game, but I'm going to show you folks how to play this if you're either struggling on the game, or if you're new to the game and you want to know how to beat this night, or if you just want to have fun. Alright, so now we're in the office, and we got to mute a phone call that's about to pop up. Just need to wait until the button on the top left corner is there. There we go. Now, I'm going to give you folks a brief history on this location, and I will be right back. The current Freddy Fazbear's Pizza takes place in 1993, starring Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and an unofficial Golden Freddy. All of the animatronics are possessed by souls of 5 children that are trying to kill William Afton, the main villain. Although they don't remember what he looked like, so they'll assume that Mike Schmidt, the night guard, is William Afton. So they'll try to stuff him in a Freddy suit. In the 2023 movie, it has similar details like I just mentioned. So that's that. And as you can tell, I already skipped to 2 a.m. because every first night on a FNAF game, you don't have to do anything from 12 to 1 a.m. And right now, what we're going to do is that we're going to consistently check cameras. If Bonnie and Chica are there, then we can just wait a few seconds or listen to footsteps. And if you hear footsteps, you gotta check the cameras. And I'm just waiting, and Bonnie and Chica are there. You also don't have to worry about Freddy because he's not active on this night. So just waiting for footsteps to be heard, and I'm going to check the cameras right now. Bonnie and Chica are still there, so we can just either count seconds or just wait until we hear footsteps. So just settle down and pull up the camera. Bonnie has left. He's over at the dining area. So what we will do is just to stay at where Bonnie is. So Bonnie is still in the dining area, and as you can tell, the camera has glitched. You can just leave the monitor down, and when the static goes away, then you can go to the cameras. And Bonnie's now in the backstage, as you can tell. There's an Easter egg in the backstage camera, and that is Bonnie staring at the camera up close. And what he will do is that he will have black eyes and white pupils, and he will just get closer to the camera. And if you want to get this, you just pull up the camera at a faster pace than how I'm pulling up the camera. And right now, Bonnie is still there, just waiting for him to move. And when that static comes up, you just wait until the sound just turns off. And then you pull up the camera and check where he is. And he is in the West Hall. So what we're going to do is that we're going to stay to these controls, because that's the doorway he enters. Now he's in the West Hall corner, so we flash our light before pulling up the camera, because if he's at the hallway light, we will close the door on him. Now we're going to check where he is, and he is in, let me flash my light before I check. He's in the supply closet, and that is the area where he's most likely going to leave and to get to the hallway light that is into your office. And now he's back at the West Hall, so we don't have to flash our light. We should just pull up the camera until he changes position. Now he's in the West Hall corner, and that's where we flash the light again. And we're just checking to see if he's gonna move. And he is still there. We are all good. Now we're going to flash our light again before pulling the camera. And now there's static. And Bonnie is not at the hallway light again, so he's in the supply closet. Now he is more likely going to the hallway light when he's in the supply closet than in the West Hall corner. So we're just going to wait. Alright, he's still there. pulling down the camera. Check. Oh! There's Bonnie. You know, that actually gave me a jump scare for a split second. Alright, so here's the new tip that we're gonna do. If he's at the door, we are going to check the dining area. And looks like Chica is in the restrooms. So we're just gonna flip between the dining area and the restrooms where Chica is, because in the dining area, that's where Bonnie will spawn back to if he's going to leave the hallway light or the doorway that leads to the office. And now that he's at the dining area, we can just open the door and we're all good. Now we're just checking Bonnie and Chica to see if either of them change position. So we just do that. So we just wait a few seconds or listen to footsteps, and then we check to see if they leave. In this case, if Bonnie is in one camera and Chica is in another camera that's not in the stage, then we just switch between those cameras that they are in until they move, and Bonnie's back at the West Hall. So we switch to the left side to see if he gets closer, and he is still there, and Chica's at the right hall. So we stay in the center and wait until one of the animatronics move. And Chica is in the East Hall corner, so we switch to her right side. And now we just flash the right light and check Bonnie's side, and it looks like they're both in the hall corners. So we will check both cameras and flash both lights. So we will do that until one of the animatronics enter the door. And there's Bonnie. Now we are going to check the right side, and Chica's at the right side as well. I'm going to pause right here because I just found an Easter egg. The newspaper says, after a long struggle to stay in business after the tragedy that took place there many years ago, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza has announced that it will close by year's end. Alright, we beat night 1. Liked the video? If you love Five Nights at Freddy's or gaming in general, subscribe to the channel if you are new to me. I'm Legendary Sparrow, coming up in night 2.